It's actually been a while since I've shot a video. It's been a while since I've shot that, so I feel a little awkward.
I know many of you have been asking me to make a video on study routine and specifically my Korean study routine. I started studying Korean last year and I did make a video on that, which I will link up here. So it's been a long time since I've made a Korean study related video and I know many of you wanted to watch it. So I thought, why not share this, since it's anyway something I'm going to do right now. I will be taking you along with me while I create my own study routine. Alright, so before I start making my study routine, I want to make sure that I do it right. So the first thing I will be doing is figuring out what my study goals are. I think that is very important, especially when it comes to self-study. In terms of studying any language, like not just Korean, I feel it's really important to know what is it that you want to achieve out of it. Do you want to be able to read a lot of, I don't know, Korean webtoons? Do you want to be watching K-dramas without subtitles or understand the K-pop music lyrics? Are you going to travel to that country and you need that basic conversational knowledge? Or are you planning to study there, work there, so you might have to write an exam like topic with regards to Korean? So yeah, these are the elements of the language. There's reading, writing, speaking, listening. You want to know where you want to prioritize. Of course, when you're learning a language, there will be a bit of everything. My goal is definitely conversational. I want to be able to have conversations in Korean fluently eventually. I definitely want to understand Korean. I want to watch K-dramas without subtitles, understand the small nuances that can't be really translated in English. And of course, I want to be able to watch BTS live streams without waiting for the next day for subtitles or refer to any Twitter translation pages. I just want to be able to understand what my favorite role models are saying. I guess my goal would be speaking and listening, whereas reading and writing, even though it is still a part of the language, it's not my priority. So I'm going to focus my routine based more on like grammar, because of course I need to understand grammar to be able to speak and understand listening exercises, speaking exercises, etc. So yeah, those are my goals for studying Korean and what I want to be able to achieve by the end of this year or by the end of 2 years, whatever that is to you. It's good to be specific. So now that I've figured my goal, let's jot it down here, because it's important to jot all of these things down somewhere where you can see and that you can refer back to. I think the second important thing when you create your own study routine is to actually understand how much time you can give to that. You need to be practical and realistic about this. So I need to be mindful of my lifestyle and my schedule and then try to realistically see how many hours or just how much time I can give to this language. So in my case, I think I can definitely give 1 hour focused attention for Korean every single day, but it need not even be an hour. If you are on a time crunch and you have a very tight schedule with school, college or work, you can even just spend half an hour or even 15 minutes daily to that language. Trust me, 15 minutes daily consistently is going to matter more than studying for 1-2 hours inconsistently over the course of the year. So even if it's 15 minutes, just commit to it. Also, another thing to keep in mind while deciding how much time you can actually spend on your subject or on your language is to actually schedule it in your daily routine. So if I know I'm going to study for half an hour, when are you slotting in that half an hour of language studies? Okay, so now I'm clear with my study goals and how much time I can realistically put into studying Korean. Next, I'll move on to actually create the study routine. So I have this calendar view, and since this is undated, I will be writing month of April and just write down all the dates for April. And of course, it's not necessary that you need a planner for this. You can just have like a piece of paper, your own journal, notebook, literally anything works. I'm going through all the Korean resources that I currently use and that I like. I will be just jotting those resources down here. Now that I've mentioned the resources that I feel are working for me right now, I will be dividing them throughout the week because my goals are to, well, speak and understand Korean. I'm thinking of grammar and vocabulary, of course with separate speaking and listening exercises. So I think alternate days I will be doing grammar. So Monday will be grammar focused, Wednesday will be grammar focused, and Tuesdays and Thursdays will be my vocabulary days. And Friday I'm thinking of doing like fun listening and speaking exercises. And I think Saturday is going to be more of a revision day. As important it is to gain new knowledge, it is also important to revisit those things and make sure that you actually remember whatever you've learned. And Sunday is going to be a chill day. I don't want to pressurize myself to study every single single day. Apart from these serious study resources that I just mentioned, I will also be using the language learning app Memrise. I have spoken about Memrise in detail in that previous Korean study video. You can watch that video to know more about the app, but I freaking love that app and I still use it to the day. And because it's like a fun way to learn language, there's a streak that I have to maintain. So I'll be studying with Memrise every single day, whether that's for 15 minutes or half an hour, how much ever time I can give to it. So that is happening every single day, including Sunday. So that is my general plan or outline of how my current study routine will look like. So I've picked these colored pens to color code my routine. Of course, this is not necessary, but there's no harm in making this process fun. So I feel much better after creating my study routine. Like, I feel so much more in control of how I can go about studying and understanding the language in a very organized manner. So yeah, the main part is done. You've created your study routine, that is great. But another thing that I've realized, not just with studies, even with your work, especially if you're self-employed, it is very important to have an outline of your individual study or work sessions. So since we're talking about study routine, for example, I know that Tuesday is my vocabulary day, but that's a very general outlook. How am I going to divide my time and what exactly am I going to study on that vocabulary day? So I need to be prepared with, okay, maybe I'm learning 20 words or 30 words, or maybe I am first learning just 10 words and then going through an app like Quizlet and revising my previous vocabulary through flashcards, or maybe I'm actually trying to incorporate sentences with the vocabulary words that I learned. So there's so many things that could be done potentially on a vocab day. So I want to make sure that my grammar days and vocab days and speaking days have a set plan. Otherwise, what will happen is that even if I have 1 hour dedicated to my grammar day, on that day, that 1 hour, half the time I would waste thinking, acha main kya padhu abhi, what should I do next? Should I do this? Should I study that lesson? Should I study from howtostudykorean.com? Should I do Talk to Me in Korean? Should I listen to some Korean podcast? Like, the list is endless when it comes to online Korean resources, and it can get super overwhelming. So to avoid all of that time wastage, it's super important for me to have like a detailed look as to what every day is going to look like. So I have my general study routine set, which is great, but now just for the coming week, I don't plan too much ahead. Plans can change, life happens in between, and it's not necessary that everything is going to go according to your study routine every single day. So keeping that in mind, I only like to make a detailed outline for the coming week and not more than that. I've opened this weekly page, and starting from Monday to Sunday, I will be writing in detail as to what I will be doing every single day. So since Monday is my grammar day, I'm mentioning that I will be doing the TTMIK lesson 21 that time, and I will also be solving the corresponding workbook. And on Tuesday for vocabulary, my goal will be just to learn 10 words from How to Study Korean, and I will also be revising the previous ones using Quizlet app through flashcards, and yeah, so on and so forth. I've been procrastinating this thing for a while now. I think I mentioned in Jan that I'm going to create my own study routine and then share it with you all. So it's basically March and I'm a bit late, but better late than never, right? So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something out of it, got inspired by it, motivated. Let me know in the comments down below, and make sure that you do give it a big thumbs up if you want to watch more Korean study related videos. I know not many of my followers are studying Korean, but yeah, it's something I anyways do, so I really don't mind sharing it with you all. Also, let me know if you'd like me to make a video on more Korean study resources. Since I made that video last year, I definitely have discovered more things, so let me know if you'd like me to make a video on different apps and resources that you could use if you are studying Korean from home. With that being said, I hope you have also subscribed to my channel and part of the MEGFAM and part of the Cloud Fam. Now, if you're wondering what the heck is Cloud Fam, I have channel memberships on my channel where you can get really cool and valuable exclusive content that's not available to anyone other than my members. You can click the join button and see for yourself what are the perks that I offer, and I hope to see you there. That's pretty much it. I will see you all in my next video. Till then, stay happy, positive, and blessed. Bye!
About me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.